Multicast delegate is very important because it provides a easy access to different methods. Where is its delegates used? It is used in callbacks, it is utilized in events, it is used in link as well as asynchronous programming types. Whenever we use to click a button and move a mouse, then the events will be initiated. Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this first session of third unit that's under C# and .NET programming, which is the syllabus according to the updated SEP syllabus, and we have reached to unit 3. The unit 3 is all about delegates and events. So let's see about these things in today's session. Over here, my name is Deepa Kutnekar. I'm working as an assistant professor under Department of Computer Science, Vidyashram, Temple of Excellence, Mysore. So let's move forward and see what are the agenda of today's session. So yes, in today's session, we'll be discussing like what is a delegate and what are the events and how to declare them and all. So let's start with today's session and understand exactly like what is a delegate. So we can see here a delegate is nothing but a pointers to the methods, or the delegates will form a reference to the methods. So we can correlate this delegates directly to the pointers that we use in the C programming. So yes, over here we can see it is a type-safe object that act as a references to the methods. So this is all about a delegate. And up next, let's see what is a functions. It helps or supports has a pointer, as we were using pointers in C++. In the same way, we will be utilizing delegates in our C# programming language. And over here, as we can see, it is a type-safe as well as object-oriented programming language. And where is its delegates used? It is used in callbacks, it is utilized in events, it is used in link as well as asynchronous programming types. So these are the things where we need the delegates. Let's see an example of delegate declaration. So over here we can see it is declared by a keyword delegate itself, and we are defining an int of x and y. Okay, so we are defining two integers x and y, which will perform as a pointer in order to show a method. So that's what the delegate declaration is. Now moving forward, let's see the syntax exactly like how it works. So over here, delegate, we can use a return type delegate, then followed by the parameters. So this is a syntax which we also can utilize in order to define our delegate. Followed by, let's see an instantiation. What is it? So let's see how to define that. So over here we can see here the delegate name that's defined as an object which is assigned with new delegate name with a method name. So what is the delegate all about? So it acts as a pointer directly to refer our method. Okay, so over here we will be defining a method name. So this is very important one. So we have to assign a method with respect to the object, only then the delegate will be able to act as a reference in order to show the method. So let's see a small example over here. We have considered delegate. So as we know, this is a declaration for delegate, delegate int, followed by operation. We are operating on two of the integers, that's int a and int b. Then what is it? We are defining a class. Yes, define a class test, then followed by what is the operation of this x and y is we are adding it. So we are assigning x plus y for that, and then followed by static void main. So as we can see here, we are starting with a void main programming, and out here what is defined? So operation OP followed by new operation. The new operation is a add operation. Okay, it's done. Then followed by we are writing a statement. So what is the keyword? It's all about console.writeLine. So it has to give us addition result. So we are writing this console.writeLine followed by of 10 comma 5, which gives us a output, and then the closing braces. So this is a small example where we are defining a AND operation. Then we are using two more variables x and y. So this is all about a small example with respect to our delegate. So let's move about and learn what is delegate invocation. How has it been invoked? So we can see here invoke like a normal method itself. As we use a invocation for a method, in the same way we will be utilizing a invocation for delegate too. And what does it support? It supports single or multiple method calls. So this is all about the delegate invocation. And let's see an example over here. We can see the result of 20 comma 30 has to be displayed. So in order to do that, we are using a WriteLine. So console.writeLine followed by result, which is the result. So it has to give us a result of this. Then the output will be the addition result of these two. So this is how it's been invoked. Up next, let's see what is the multicast delegates. So yes, let me tell you, this is one of important topics with respect to your practical as well as theory point of view too. Even in your practicals, that's in your lab, you will be having a program related to multicast delegate too. So multicast delegate is very important because it provides a easy access to different methods. So that's why we will be utilizing this multicast delegates. So let's see what it is. A delegate can point to more than one method. So yes, absolutely, when we call a multi, so it means more than one, right? So yes, it will be utilized to point more than one delegate, and then followed by methods are invoked in order of subscription. So whenever, only when there is a requirement, only then it is being called or referred. So that is nothing but subscription. Only when there is a subscriber who is subscribed, then only for that subscriber we have to give the service, right? So in a similar way, we can say that the multicast delegate is utilized in order to refer that subscriber. So this is a multicast delegate. So now let's see what is the example over here. The delegate void show message of string message. So whatever message we want to display, we have to write it over here. Then followed by, we have to display it, right? So yes, show message simple is assigned with display. Okay. Then what it has to do? It has to print, right? So we are utilizing this. Then it can also print a small statement, that is a hello. So yes, it will call both the delegate and it will finally print it. So this is how we can work with multicast delegates, and it will give us an effective output too. Let's move forward and understand like what exactly events is. So we did discuss what is delegate and multicast delegate. Now let's see how these events will work and what is an event. So yes, events are built on delegates, and it provides a way for objects to notify other objects when something happens. Only when there is some changes, then we can say there is something happening, correct? So at that point of time, we will call a event or a event will be generated. And as you can see, it is widely used in GUIs. It is nothing but graphical user interface, like whenever we use to click a button and move a mouse, then the events will be initiated. So let's see an example over here. We are calling a public event handler followed by process completed. So let's see what is it. The void start program. Yes, the program starts with a void. It is a start process. Then if you have any work statement, you can write it over here. And finally, we have to include process completed. It will verify, is the process completed or no? Okay. So if it is invoked, if the process is completed, then okay, it will be fine. If not, then there is some changes happening. So you have to note that change. So in order to note that, you will be invoking an event. So you can see here this comma event argument dot empty. So this is the statement in order to verify whether a event is invoked or not. And finally, we have to close the process. So we are almost done with a event. We have verified whether an event is occurred, if it is occurred, or if it is any changes is been occurred. Okay, we will know that and we will service them. If not, okay, it's done. All right, so this is all about events. This was all about today's session, that is delegates and events. Up next, in the next session, we will be discussing like how to manage the console input output, and then we also will be discussing what is file handling in C#. In our previous units, we did discuss what is reading files, writing files and all, right? Now, it is a time to understand how to handle a complete file. So these things we will be discussing in our upcoming session. This was all about today's session. Thank you.